Rain or shine, it's here to make you laugh. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast. And now your host, Kyle Ruff.
Do you still have diarrhea?
No.
Well, I'm happy.
I did for 4 days, and it was...
With all the coffee you're drinking, it makes sense.
It was just nicotine and coffee straight into my face all the time.
I think you did that to yourself there, guy.
No, I think it was food poisoning, which is doing it to myself.
Right.
But I didn't make the food.
Anyways, welcome to the Steamboat Comedy Podcast, everybody.
So
I'm your host, Kyle Ruff, yet again, joined by Matthew Newland.
Thanks for coming out. Check it out.
And some special guests. We have Nick Ellis here, as well as the great Matt Ruby.
Yeah. Hey guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks, George. You did the podcast with us before last time you were here, didn't you?
Yeah, a while back. 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, still in the post-apocalyptic times.
Yeah, when you were in your former place.
Yes.
The old studio.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The old studio.
We've upgraded, as you've noticed.
Does it feel like an upgrade?
It's higher up.
There
that
you
studio
go.
was
All
on
right.
the main floor.
It's more elevated.
That's right. We are literally above that place now.
We're at higher elevation here. I could feel it.
Indeed, yeah. It's hard to breathe, but it's a lot of fun. Well, cool. Right now, we just had a great weekend of shows at Schmiggity's. Thanks, everybody who came out. Fucking probably maybe our biggest show yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Packed house, fun crowds.
Yeah.
A little
that's
rowdy,
phenomenal.
but fun, you know.
Yeah.
A
That,
lot of people from Ohio.
Yeah. They,
A lot of drunk people from
a
Ohio.
lot of drunk people. That's my people. That's
Yeah.
what we do. Yeah, you know. Yeah, that was interesting.
They were rowdy last night.
They were rowdy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things where they're like positive rowdy, so you don't want to shit on them too hard.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they were like agreeing with stuff, just loudly.
just loudly and
Yeah.
obnoxiously.
Drunken.
Well, a lot of oohs.
Love-
Big
yeah.
ooh crowd.
Big ooh crowd. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it was weird energy. I knew it was going to be weird too, because as soon as we started, that guy, I was doing like, hey, we're going to start in 5 minutes. And the guy walks up and he's like, am I going to be a stripper? And I was like, what?
Yeah, when someone's a problem before the show even starts,
Yeah.
that's never a good sign.
Doesn't bode well. But all ended well. I had to chastise that grown man in
Almost
front of his
immediately.
family. Yeah,
Yeah.
immediately. You got to nip it in the bud.
I think we all did.
I
I think
think-
we all talked to. Did you?
I didn't talk to him.
Okay.
I didn't want to.
No, Matt doesn't talk to people.
No.
Yeah.
He powers through.
Absolutely.
Like, I just hope it'll go away.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
Yeah, you just close your eyes and ears, get a la 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 for 2 minutes.
I like to focus on the other people, you know.
Yeah. The other
Right.
200 people that were there.
Yeah. Let him know he's not special. Yeah, that was a great time. Glad you guys made it out, dude. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Had a good day. You got out on the slopes. That was nice too.
Yeah. I did like 6 runs. That was pretty sick.
Sick.
It was pretty nice. Shredded some greens. Had a nice time. And I was like, all right, that's enough of that. This is boring. I'm going to go home now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey.
Did you find yourself up there at all in any capacity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there.
Oh, yeah, nice.
I found myself.
You're
That's
in the
great.
moment. and that's
Doesn't
what
he
it's
seem
about.
more aligned? Can't you kind
for
of
sure.
sense it?
Your chakras are glowing, sir.
Thank you. Yeah.
And your rib was completely out of place the whole time.
It was. Yeah. It was.
Even more special.
No, it felt good. It was nice. A little test run.
So yeah, how did you break your ribs?
A skiing collision 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I hit a guy going 30 miles an hour. And we're back. We're back, baby.
Sick.
It's
How many
in my back, but yeah, we're back.
how many people did you hit on the hills here? Because you got a reputation.
I
now.
tried to double it.
Double it up.
Yeah, a bunch of little kids. That's pushed them over.
Yeah.
Those
Well,
only count as half, though.
yeah. Say the little ones. That's anybody could hit little kids. You know what I mean?
Well, I hit them better than anyone else did, I think,
Okay.
on the mountain that day.
Really left an impression.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
In
good.
the snow. Yeah.
Literally a chalk outline. Right on.
When you hit the guy, did he get hurt too?
No, that's
Do
the
you guys
worst
keep
part.
in
He's
contact?
completely
That
fine.
sucks.
Really?
It was his fault. Yeah, he wasn't looking up at all.
The chalk outline in the snow, isn't it? What do you have to bring black chalk to do a chalk outline if there's a murder in the snow?
That's a good point. Yeah. You probably just piss one out. You know what I mean?
It's
Be a lot
only
of pain.
temporary, but yeah.
Yeah. Like you could if you just laid down a body and you just pissed like all over it. You know what I mean?
Kyle, I'm trying not to work blue today. I hope you don't. I hope you don't mind.
Work blue. That guy, we had, what was the guest's name? Oh, Pat, friend of the show, Pat, was it Straight? Pat State.
Yeah.
Guest spot last night in front of the show. Yeah, he said that in the message he sent me to be on the show. He's like, "Is it a blue room?" And I'm like, "I don't even know what that means, dude. I do comedy in the mountains. What are you talking about?" I mean, like parts of it are, I guess. It's mostly just dark, and I didn't know. I hadn't heard that term.
Any color is fine.
Yeah.
Blue, you can work. Orange, you can work.
Do you have a big
Yellow.
Yeah, heck.
I'm a naughty boy. Can I be naughty in your room? Yeah, sure. I
Yeah,
guess,
I don't care.
You're just gonna have to deal with this drunk dude in the front row. That's all,
Yeah, right. No, I hadn't heard that term before. I figured out what it meant.
It's a weird phrasing.
Yeah. The blue room. Why? Where do you think that comes from?
I mean, maybe there's like clean shows versus, do whatever shows where he's from or something. But I mean, there's a club in Missouri, Springfield, Missouri, called the Blue Room.
The Blue Room?
But I don't think it's because of, it's literally painted blue. So that's always why I thought it was called the Blue Room.
Huh.
What is a more common way to say that?
Dirty or clean?
Yeah, dirty or clean.
Is it like, I would just ask, I would assume it's dirty or anything goes unless someone's like, no, this is a clean show.
Yeah, for sure.
I did have someone offer me a gig where it's like, don't do anything dark. And I'm like, what does that even mean? I don't know. How
no black
defining
jokes?
that.
No black jokes.
It's like weird. I was like, all right, let me decide for myself if this joke is dark.
Right. It's not like you can measure it,
Yeah, well, that's not really that's a subjective quality.
Now you got to go to figure out. Like,
yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Let me meditate on this for a little bit on my material.
I mean, every joke is kind of tricking a person, so maybe they're all dark, like in a way.
That's
trust
true.
Issues.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it's not dark, but it is very manipulative. All of my humor is.
But yeah, I think Steamboat likes it dark. They like it blue.
Yeah.
Sure,
They don't.
Why not?
We've almost never had a complaint, at least not from the Schmiggity shows,
About being too raunchy.
about like material or anything.
No.
Has anyone said something like really offensive? You're like, oh shit, we shouldn't be doing that.
There's a dumbass who used to do shows with us here who would. He basically, this kid in town, I don't even know if he still lives here, but he basically was just trying to be Anthony Jeselnik all the time.
Yeah.
Was like, if you just watch him, you're like, we know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's
And-
hard to pull off if you're not
Old
really good.
strategy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had a lot of stupid rape jokes.
Not
And
great for the room.
No.
Not great for the vibe.
It worked about 13% of the time, I would say. And the rest of the time, everyone was very sad and uncomfortable. But since that guy's gone.
Yeah, we open mics, we get complaints sometimes, for sure.
That's because we're ambushing small families.
Yeah, they don't know we're doing
They
it.
don't know what we're
Yeah,
doing.
the ambush open mic combo. That's
That's
a nasty one.
It's at the pizza joint here, so people are like, we're just going to come eat some pizza.
Oh, and are there little kids there?
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, push those Chuck E.
Push it
Cheese.
back.
Little
Yeah.
kids at an open mic.
Yeah.
Dude, that's dangerous.
It's like an arcade room.
Yeah, right. Like, there's all these kids here. No, it was like 2 weeks ago we went for open mic, and the owner had just talked to me. He's like, maybe we should push it back a little bit because I'm concerned about families. I'm like, well, we haven't really seen any, but that's fine. And then we get there at like 8:15, and there's about 27 kids in the room. I'm just like,
All comedy fans, though.
Oh, yeah, they loved it.
We're ready to go.
yeah, the raunchier the better for those little hellions. No, it was, so we're like, oh, I guess we'll push it back. But yeah, that was a close one.
Well, it's kind of like that old woman at the show yesterday. Like, she was laughing at all the dirtiest stuff.
Oh,
And
yeah.
She was loving it.
She had
She
the
was
time of her
great.
life.
That dirty little,
Dirty little whore. No, yeah, it was as soon as I got on stage, like the beginning, she was front and center. Old woman, white hair.
Oh, that's sorry.
Yeah, and I was just like, this could be a problem. It was like the first thing I thought. I was like, oh no, I don't know if this old woman knows what she's signing up for. And then she was right on board. I was like, the first cum joke I dropped, she was like, oh!
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we're going to be all right. Grandma likes cum, so we're
Get
good.
about as good of a time as you can have at a comedy
Yeah,
show.
somebody have said too good of a time.
Yeah.
She was the one that,
That's what
like,
we
you'd
want.
say something and she'd be like, oh no! Yeah, that was great. It was a good time. Beautiful scenery. You guys are enjoying your time here in scenic Steamboat Springs?
Yeah, where you liking where you're staying?
it's funny.
Feels a lot like The Shining, just sort of like, oh, this is where like people could get murdered.
Yeah. We got to start telling people it's going to be it's like solitude. Like, we got to start We got to start preparing them for that.
Or should we? I think
We've gotten that feedback quite a bit.
Yeah, everyone's like, yeah,
from people staying in there.
Yeah, like it's kind of scary.
There's no one there. It's like, all right, maybe we should
Give us some warning.
Yeah.
I think we should do the opposite and be like, hey, just it's like his facility, it's the Stars facility, Stars friend of the show.
Shout out to the friends.
Just be like, hey, just so you know, it's like really, there's all these programs there, so there's gonna be all these kids running around, and like I hope just like try to be respectful, like build it up like it's gonna be packed.
And then there's no one
then
there.
There's no one there at all.
Well, it's kind of like that scene from the movie we just watched of just like you hear like a little girl laughing. We're like, where?
Just like, oh God. Oh, what a classic film that was, Behind Enemy Lines.
Yeah, what'd you guys think of Behind Enemy Lines?
Forget these shows. We brought you here to watch Behind Enemy Lines, starring Owen Wilson.
Gene Hackman.
And Gene Hackman, of course.
Hacks.
What thoughts, questions, comments, concerns?
No one's ever done
I
a
was
podcast
very
on it.
engaged, but thought it was a very bad movie. But I wanted to see what happened next. So
That's true.
I feel like Gene Hackman was like, "Look, I'll do the movie if I can just be on one set the entire time.
Right.
I'll film all my scenes in 2 days and I'm out.
Yeah, as long as I can walk around this fake aircraft carrier and just look concerned
Yeah.
over and over again.
Owen Wilson as an action hero is kind of an interesting choice.
Yeah.
Weird. I liked it a lot. I think I really liked the movie so much. Maybe that's just a Serbian in me, and I love the tracksuits going on. That was pretty big.
Great tracksuits.
Such a cool track
That
suit.
was dope.
We gotta order some.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of, like, at one point I'm like, am I watching Lord of the Rings? Because it's just people running. It was just Owen Wilson running for like 2 hours.
Yeah, it was like a bad Jason Bourne movie.
Basically, yeah.
You don't know what's funny is before I picked Behind Enemy Lines, the Bourne Ultimatum was right next to it, and I was like, which one?
Hey, the
Enemy
day's
lines.
not over yet.
Yeah,
We're
say,
gonna
yeah.
go back.
I think you made the right choice.
I don't regret it at all. I've seen that movie about 34 times.
Really?
A lot of
I
times.
don't think I could handle even one more
Yeah.
time.
If it was on,
It was
we were
like
watching
Top
it.
Gun mixed with Rambo, but worse than all of those.
Yeah, the worst part is definitely noteworthy there, but I thought it was good.
I like how he waits till the very end of the movie to say fuck. Like he doesn't say it the whole time. I think it's PG-13, and they're like, we're gonna save this one
Oh, yeah.
F-bomb for when the plane's not there.
Yeah, for when the helicopter's taking off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like cursing
Fuck!
God.
Yeah.
You gotta be shitting me.
You gotta be. I thought that was a little forced because he's like, fuck, shit. You've got to be shitting me. It's like, yeah.
Fucking
That
beautiful.
was hilarious. I love what they said behind enemy lines. That was big. That was big for us.
Yeah, that was when Gene Hackman correctly pointed out that he was in fact behind enemy lines. That went a long way for me.
Yeah, that made my day.
Yeah, it's just like Lord of the Rings when he goes, "I'm the Lord of the Rings." That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
The whole theater
Gollum
stands up
says
and
it.
claps.
Yeah, like everyone just walks out like we did it.
What's
Nice.
the best movie you've ever seen in theaters?
Ooh,
Mean Girls.
hey,
That's
Mean
a
Girls actually is pretty fucking good. That's a funny movie.
Did you watch the sequel?
Oh no, it's a shit. Do they have a TV show now, or is it
It's
a
like
movie?
musical or something.
It's a musical.
This
Fuck
time,
off.
They're more mean.
The
Yeah.
meaner girls.
Meaner, girlier.
Coming to a theater near you this summer.
Yes. Mean Girls 2, even meaner.
It's just all the same actresses. They're just all 48.
And they're all still in high school. Yeah.
How do I pass this class?
I'd watch it. What was the best movie I've seen in theaters?
How about the movie where the audience was laughing the hardest
Oh
in the
man.
theater? Because that can be.
I think I wasn't a laugh, but I watched I did it was episode 2 of the prequels of the prequel Star Wars, right? And it was the end, and they're fighting Count Dooku is the bad guy, and it was the first time you see Yoda fight with a lightsaber.
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the
Yeah,
Clones,
yeah.
exactly. And it's like the Count Dooku kicks fucking Anakin's ass and cuts off his arm, and same with Obi-Wan. And then you just see like Yoda like slowly walk in, and like he pulls out his lightsaber, and the whole crowd was like, "Oh my god!" like whoa, like screaming and yelling and shit. That's the biggest reaction I've ever seen in a movie was people seeing Yoda fight for the first time.
That's how we reacted when they said behind enemy lines.
Yeah, dude. Yes.
Jumps and grabs the guy in the helicopter, dude. Yes. It's when he was sliding and shooting that.
Oh yeah, when he was sliding and shooting.
He slides for so long.
He overshot it. He's like, "Fuck."
Yeah, wait. He just slides too far and lands like right in front of them. They all just shoot him to death.
The biggest laugh in a movie theater is either Pineapple Express,
Yeah.
or I think Jackass 2.
Oh yeah, dude. Watching the Jackass. I don't know if I saw them all in theaters. I think I did. I know the most recent one I saw in theaters, the crowd was going crazy.
Those movies are fucking
They're so
insane
good.
to
They're
see in
so
theaters.
silly and fun, and I love them. Even though they're dumb as shit, obviously.
I feel it's like for skiers, snowboarders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The extreme psycho crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Likes
love
a
that
little
shit.
bit of adrenaline.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Would you describe yourselves as adrenaline junkies, or just regular junkies?
Yeah, just
Look at the
say
hair,
does
buddy.
heroin give you adrenaline? I kind of am, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
I really do. Like I did that bit Friday about skiing every day and how boring and I hate it. That is all true. And the only thing that makes me happy is just going as fast as I fucking can, basically through like a crowd of people, because I'm a psychopath.
How about like in the trees when you?
Yeah.
Trees
stuff.
are good. I like the trees. You can't go like fucking 70 miles an hour
Right.
in the trees, and that's where I like
Because
get my
there's like
rocks
a
off.
bunch of trees.
Because there's some trees in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and they don't move.
They don't. Yeah.
No.
They don't like you. They're not your friends. No. Yeah, I'm kind of a psycho like that, I
Yeah,
guess.
for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolute.
I've been skydiving. You guys ever been skydiving?
No, I want to go.
Yeah.
I keep not getting a lot.
I've done paragliding, run off the side of a mountain, but I never jumped out of a plane.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like ran and jumped? No.
Well, you got like there's another guy strapped to your back, sort
Yeah.
of thing. But then,
It's the
you
best
like
part.
go through a valley, and you're just sort of like, it's just you don't have the free fall, but you have
That's how you're
the.
flying back tomorrow.
Yeah,
They
can't
take
wait.
you up top. You
Can't
see them
wait.
sometimes here. There'll be people will jump off the top of the mountain and come down into town and shit.
Sounds cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that though. That sounds terrifying. I
How
don't
was
like
jumping
that.
out of a plane?
It was cool. It was like seeing the like Earth come at you that fast.
Yeah.
It's like I describe it as like psychedelic. It was like fucking this is fucking new. It was awesome.
Were you worried the chute might not open?
No, I was hoping it wouldn't.
Yeah. Then he landed and he was pissed.
Yeah.
Did you have a shoot?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they keep not letting me do it because I don't want to bring a shoot.
Yeah. You're like, no, they're strapping it on you. And you're like,
I'm in
no.
their rules. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bunch of pussies, dude. I would do it for sure. I just haven't. There was a place in Glacier. Is that where you did it?
No, I did it in Idaho.
You did it in Idaho?
Yeah.
There was a place in Glacier that used to do it, and I never did it. I know my buddy Mike Michaud, friend of the show, in heaven. He is dead.
Front of the show.
But
Jesus.
yeah, sorry, that got dark. Great guy, but he was
Working blue over here.
he was yeah.
He's in the blue room now.
Yeah.
Yes, he's in the great blue room in the sky. No, he was basically that guy's story was he got diagnosed with a heart condition when he was like 16, and they're like, you might have like 3 years to live, and so he basically was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna like do drugs and party and go out like that, and then he lived until he was like 45, like that, the whole time.
That's so many drugs.
He did a lot of drugs. There's one point in time where he just like disappeared, and we all just assumed that he died, and then I just saw him one day. He's like, hey man, how's it going? I was like, oh, hello.
He's alive.
Yeah. No, he was a great dude. But anyways, yeah, he was like, oh, we're gonna go eat mushrooms and go skydiving.
Holy shit.
And I was like, that sounds horrible.
Oh my god.
And also maybe the coolest thing ever, but I didn't. I passed up. I almost went and did that.
That'd
Actually, I
be
think it was
fucking
acid. I think they were
wild.
on LSD skydiving.
I feel like the skydiving should be enough.
You'd think that would be enough.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, I think
I've done
that would do
LSD
it.
and I've skydoven before,
Skydiving.
and I wouldn't want to put them together.
Yeah.
Each one individually is enough.
I feel like how it goes is depending on how your trip is. Like,
Yeah.
It could be great if your trip's good. It could be.
If you're having the worst trip and they're like, all right, get in an airplane. Like, no, please.
Not again.
Not again. I feel like I've been falling for 3 hours already. Yeah, that would be intense. You're a psychedelic warrior yourself, Mr. Ruby. What's
like
the
psychedelics.
craziest situation you found yourself in whilst traveling your mind?
I did like ketamine in the jungle in Mexico. That was pretty fun.
Whoa.
I mean, like ayahuasca is like the deepest stuff, but it's not like it's internal. It's not external. You know.
Right. You're not going to go like I'm going to take ayahuasca and go skydiving.
No, you're in like a room with a group of people. And there's a shaman. You don't do anything. You lie down. You sit there. You don't even go anywhere or do anything.
Wow.
So it's just an internal journey, and that's probably the wildest stuff that I've done. But like I like doing mushrooms and hiking in the woods or something like that. It's probably like my favorite thing to do.
Oh, it's the best. I can't. Doing psychedelics and being inside is my nightmare. You got to be outside.
Well, we lump all of them together. I think different ones have different qualities.
Fair enough.
So,
I'm more of a. I
what
mean,
you're doing.
I've never done ketamine. That scares the shit out of me. The whole the K-hole thing.
Yeah, I haven't had that, so I haven't done ketamine a lot. But when I have, it's kind of fun. Also, it's over quick, so just wait.
Is it
wait.
like 20 minutes or something?
Yeah, you just wait, and then you're like back.
It's great
normal.
advice.
Yeah.
That is the best advice.
I mean, in general,
Just
that's
wait.
the best advice
Yeah.
with drugs. Is
For
like,
sure.
oh, is it not going well? Psychedelics, at least. If it's not going well, just wait.
Yeah, just wait. It'll be
Yeah,
it'll
it's
be
like,
done.
yeah, you. All right, well, that's what's happening now.
Yeah.
So
Too
yeah,
late.
just wait until it's not happening, and then you'll be happy that it's not happening anymore.
Yeah. Except for when you're tripping and you're like, I'm gonna be like this forever.
I smoke
That's
spice.
where the problem comes in. You won't be like that forever. So
Right.
you got to tell yourself, okay, if nothing else, this won't be forever.
Yeah, that's
That's
that
good
happens.
advice.
Yeah,
That's
seriously,
really good.
that is actually good advice.
Time heals all. They should really make that like a common phrase. Like,
I don't
it could
think
be
anyone,
big.
Yeah, you should
Did I just coin that?
coin it.
Yeah.
Put it on a
Mine-
t-shirt,
Nailed it.
sell it at fucking Bonnaroo next year. Yeah, I did that last time. The last time I took LSD. Sorry, Mom, I take drugs.
No, he doesn't.
I used to.
She's a big fan of the pod, right?
She's a big fan of the pod. Shout out to my mom, friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
We were in we went to Moab, and
I heard it's cool there.
it's so awesome. And we had this really cool campsite at like the bottom of like a big gorge thing that we drove down to, and we showed up late. It was me and Jared when I met out with some people there.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, Jared Morrill. We got there late, and then we had to we got like beers and stuff, and we came back, and basically like at the last minute they were like, oh, we got mushrooms and we got this and that. So we're like, okay, so we started like tripping and had like just the most fun time all night, and then Jared didn't. He freaked out in his tent, but then
That'll happen.
that will happen. I've been there also. Yeah, and but the next morning, like everything was good, and then the next morning. I was like, I'm just going to hang out, maybe have a few drinks, nothing crazy. We were playing croquet. It was a great time. And then this girl was coming around, and she's like, I got some liquid acid. And she was giving it out to people. And I was like, ooh, I don't know. I don't think I should do that.
That's how you know you should do it.
Yes. Well, then
Your first thought is, no, I don't want to.
yeah, I know. Your first thought is, that's a bad idea. And then you get convinced by them saying, don't worry, it's really mellow. And I said, okay, I won't worry. I guess it's really mellow.
They make a good point.
Yeah, there's a great
Well, if
point.
it's mellow, you might as well do it.
Yeah. I mean, how could you not be convinced when you're like, I don't want to do that? And they're like, come on. And you're like, oh, okay, I will.
That was basically it.
Yeah.
That's the amount of constitution that I have. And yeah, and it's liquid too. So it's like, who knows what's going to happen. And yeah, she just comes up and just goes on my hand. And then cut to 4 hours later, I'm like wandering around the desert. And I was like, oh, I'm so tired. It's so hot and I want to sleep and I can't sleep. And there's at one point I was like trying to figure out what's going on with my body. And I sat down on a log and I took a dump like in the heat. And because I was just like, I got to shit. I got to just go shit in the woods. And I was sitting
Shit
there.
on a log?
I shit off the side of a log.
It's like putting a hat on a hat.
And I kept exactly. That's what I was going for. But the weirdest part was I was looking down. I was like, oh, it's like I'm so like dirty right now, and these ants started crawling up my leg, and I was like, oh no, I'm fucking ants. And I kept like trying not to look at it. I was looking back, and there's all these ants just all over my leg, and I was like, fuck, I'm covered in ants. And I was like, don't freak out. It's just ants. We're just the ants will go away in a second. And I just got done taking a shit, and I stood up, and there was absolutely no ants at all. ants did not exist.
The real ants were the friends we made along the way.
The ants they're here in my heart the whole
in your
time.
She put it on your hand though, is what I found very interesting.
Yeah,
Why did she do that?
I don't know.
Every time you wiped, you probably tripped a little.
I just
Ants, fuck.
It's ants in my ass. Yeah, so that was I just remember thinking the whole time, I was like, I can't wait for this to be over. And when you do that, time slows down to the slowest possible way of moving. And so I tripped for like 27 hours basically. In my mind. It was really like 6. Yeah.
So you want to do that and skydive?
Yeah, that sounds great. Covered in ants jumping out of a plane.
But where is he going to take a shit while skydiving?
just shit flying everywhere. God damn.
Ruby, how old were you when you started doing psychedelics?
22.
22.
Yeah, shrooms was my gateway.
Did you do them for like? Did you go to like festivals or concerts, or was it like?
No, with friends, and I lived in Chicago, so in the city sometimes in the woods. Like
I never think of woods when I think of Chicago.
No, road tripping. Like
Yeah.
Upstate New York and Finger Lakes region, taking mushrooms. I remember that. But yeah, I think shrooms are great.
And you
I'm
liked
a
them,
fan.
like
yeah,
right out of the gate.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I was just kind of dumb, and like then I was like, "Oh shit, it's all connected, and like everything we're being told's a lie. How come no one told me about this?" You know, that kind of like, yeah. I was like, "Wait a minute, how come no one told me? This is what's actually going on." I was like, "Oh man,
Shucks.
they've been keeping this from me," and I was like, "Wait, who's been keeping it from me, and why?"
Yeah.
You know? And here I am, decades later, still trying to figure that out.
Trying to figure out who the man is.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's funny. That's a good way of putting it.
But that's why I don't
Did
know.
you dabble, Nick?
Taken mushrooms a couple times while camping. Been good. It's been fun.
Yeah. Did you find yourself?
Yeah, I was right there all along.
Nice.
Yeah. I didn't really trip too hard. Just kind of felt like it was just a slightly more powerful of a high. Like I wasn't like seeing sounds or anything like that. But
No.
it was fun. It's good. I'll do it again.
Did
Right
the trees breathe?
Yeah.
Trees. The first time I saw that, I fucking was like, "What?
What?
No fucking way! Are you kidding me?"
Why were they keeping this from me?
Blown away, dude. I was like, "They are doing that? What? Damn it!"
The trees are breathing all the time.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Crazy.
that.
That is
I
crazy.
took mushrooms.
Just really slowly.
Yeah.
That's why you
And
gotta.
all together.
Yeah. So you gotta take the mushrooms so you can see the trees breathing.
That's why I do it.
Yep. We should probably do that. Let's do that. So you guys, should we take some mushrooms and go to the hot springs today and watch the trees breathe?
I don't know about taking mushrooms, but I'll go to the hot
Let's go to the hot springs.
Yeah.
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 We don't. I think we've discovered that you don't need to double things up with psychedelics.
Yeah.
That's the
Sometimes
point of this podcast. Sometimes just doing one thing's cool.
just doing one thing while not tripping balls.
If that's the one thing, that's fine.
That's true.
Yeah.
Might just be crazy enough to work.
Yes, goddamn. That's too funny. I feel like the last time you were on the podcast, we just talked about drugs the whole time, too.
It's possible.
Pretty sure I named that episode Trippin' with Matt Ruby.
You know, they follow me around.
Does that happen to you a lot? Do you find
sometimes.
people want to talk to you about
I mean, I put out a special.
Yeah.
A lot of it's about shrooms, but
substance?
yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, and I've like written stuff about ayahuasca, and I feel like I mean, I was kind of joking before, but it's true. That's like, why didn't anyone tell me? I feel like there's not enough people. Now there's more, but for like a long time, you had to do it in secret, and like,
Yeah.
I don't have anything to lose. So it's like, yeah, I do psychedelics and like them, and they've been beneficial in my life, and I don't understand why more people haven't expressed that. Privately, you talk to people, and a lot of people are like, yeah, this is like one of the best experiences of my life, but then they're like, I can't say that publicly. It's like, well, I can.
Like, yeah, well, I'm gonna.
Yeah. But I think it's happening now. It's more out in the open. I think like
Definitely.
Michael Pollan and all that stuff, and now it's going to be legal here, right?
Yeah.
Amazing. So
We
you guys are on the vanguard.
We got
That's right.
mushrooms
You-
and wolves.
You
here,
in Oregon.
so-
Nice. Again, one at a time, though.
Yeah.
Because that could get dangerous.
Did you go to the same weed dispensary to buy shrooms? It's all in the same place, or how's that work?
No.
I don't think they have that established yet of how that
No.
all
Mainly
works. from
in
a
like
commercial-
Denver, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
you can buy shrooms in Denver.
I
'Cause
know
I don't
that-
know of anywhere
I know there's one
other than the neighbor to buy shrooms here.
Yeah.
there's one spot in like the Santa Fe neighborhood of Denver that I guess there's like, it's not like they're selling mushrooms, but it's like a consultation, and like you're maybe paying for the consultation, then you get mushrooms for free. So like they're kind of getting around.
I got you.
It might be Scientology though. You might.
That's how they get you.
There is a Scientology spot in
That's my.
In Denver,
as
is there
well.
one?
Yeah, I go every Sunday. I got my beakers and test tubes. I'm ready to go.
Gotta check those thetan levels, dude.
Yeah.
They don't check themselves. You gotta check them.
I mean, there's a problem with dosing right now where I feel like no one knows what the hell they're doing or how much they're doing of weed, mostly, but, shrooms too. Everyone's just sort of guessing, and it seems like a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like a hard thing to quantify, especially in mushrooms.
Yeah, how? What is the? Like, I'll have one mushroom. I'll have one mushroom, please. Ounces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
But it's also like the caps are more potent than the stems.
Now,
And so
in New York, everyone's got these chocolates now.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I had. I had the chocolates.
Mm-hmm. I've seen. Well, I won't say names just because. But
A friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
Friend of the show who's a comic. The last couple of times I saw him, he was like, I just ate a mushroom chocolate. Then he just walks on stage. I'm like, you're fucking psycho, dude.
Yeah, I don't like doing stand up while high, let alone like
Oh.
I feel like mushrooms that would be
be
difficult
my
for me.
Yeah, that would be my absolute
think,
fucking
Matt?
nightmare. Yeah.
Well,
you ever
you can watch
experienced-
Matt Ruby's Substance on YouTube to see how I feel about performing high, drunk, on shrooms, and sober. YouTube.com/Matt Ruby. Yeah, I don't mind being like a little high, but yeah, if you're like really over the top, like a hit or two of a joint, I think can be actually like kind of nice. But like if you're really fucking high, then it's like, I don't know, I get like paranoid or weird, or I
Right.
don't even know exactly what's happening. Or I'm like trying extra hard to not seem super high.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
When you were doing it, because I watched it, I was like, I could tell he's kind of comfortable being high
Yeah.
and then also sober. And I was like, the drunk is like, let's see how drunk he gets. Pretty fun. And then the shrooms, I was like, what the fuck is gonna happen?
Yeah, the alcohol was definitely the worst. But also, I got hammered. I was like blacked out. I didn't remember what I
You didn't
said.
even remember doing it?
No, I had to listen to my set. Then I woke up on the couch like, and I was
Success.
Like, I gotta fucking listen to what I said last night on stage. And I thought I was killing. That's the hilarious thing. I thought I was doing. I couldn't believe they wanted me to leave the stage. But they did.
Get the fuck out
Yeah.
of here. Was that when you did the special? Was that your first time performing on mushrooms?
Yeah. And even with like, I've performed like high or had some drinks before, but that was more drunk and more high than I've ever performed before.
Yeah.
Because I was sort of like, if you're going to do it, you might as well go for it kind of thing. So
Right.
make some
Goddamn warrior.
filmmaking, Yeah, well, it's just one night. It's only time. Just
Just
wait till it passes.
All you gotta do is wait.
Well,
But yeah, and the shroom set was like my favorite. But I think the sober is like probably like the best comedy set. And
Funny.
well, it's good
Makes sense.
because it's like okay, like it encourages you to perform sober as a bit like I've seen comics before who's like need to do shots before they can go on
Yeah.
stage, and like I'm just
Yeah,
like,
you're
I don't
looking
want.
at him.
who would do that?
Well, like I mean, I don't want to name names, but like a pretty well known comic, but like just sort of like clearly like needed to be hammered, and it was like a 6:30 show, and I was like, oh, this is a little not great, but like I think ideally the more you do something, the more you want to be able to not depend on external things to enable you to do it.
Sure.
If
yeah.
you can,
If you can.
Well, we did our show yesterday on half cups of coffee, so that was pretty crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
True. Nick and Matt did split a cup of coffee.
Yeah, two straws.
At 7 p.m. guys. Too.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Living life on the
It
edge.
was a fun order.
I mean,
I like watching you guys order.
then we did a bunch of blow, but it was still half coffee.
Each
so.
other.
That's what you guys did at O'Neill's after I left. Did you just split a coffee?
Yeah, it was pretty adorable.
Nice. Yeah, man, that was a great weekend. I'm glad you guys made it out. Let's see. What else do we want to cover before we get out of here?
Who would you rather bang, Blake Lively or Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, great question.
Boys?
One's a woman and one's a man, so I guess old fashioned. I'll take the woman, I guess.
That is
Wow,
pretty
that-
old fashioned.
It's pretty homophobic of you.
Yeah. Kind of very not impressed.
And, I'm a real dinosaur over here.
You take more mushrooms and find yourself, and then get a better answer.
I should be more open-minded. You're right.
It's a close one.
It is. I feel like if you saw Ryan Reynolds in person, your opinion might change.
It'd be game over, dude. I mean, Blake Lively is not Deadpool. You know what I mean?
No,
Not even close. What's the funniest movie she ever made?
Well, it's like the question, like asking, "Are you gay?" Is that the question? when you give a choice of like an attractive man and an attractive woman, you're like, which one of these do you want to have sex?
It's a strange little litmus test we figured out here.
Yeah, it like seems like a really backwards way of getting at something deeper.
Well, I know you mentioned this earlier at breakfast, but in my head, I've been picturing Ryan Gosling, or you said Ryan Gosling or Ryan Reynolds?
Reynolds, because they're married.
Okay, yeah, because I was picturing Ryan Gosling, and I was like, well,
Okay, yeah.
So how about
better
this?
question: Ryan Gosling
or Ryan
Reynolds?
Oh man,
Which Ryan would you rather? Ryan.
That's a good question. I think for the original question, like I said, it depends. Like if Ryan Gosling's like, "Hey, I'm a chick," then that's cool. Then it's straight. You know?
Yeah, then you're not gay and stuff.
Right. Until like right before like you guys finish, and he's like, "Just kidding, I'm a dude." And you're like, "Oh, that was gay."
Like,
damn.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Short answer. I mean, I gotta. Ryan Reynolds is such a great guy, though. I feel like it'd be such a good hang. Like, I wouldn't want to hang out with like Blake Lively afterwards.
Blake.
Like if I'm like Ryan Reynolds, I feel like we'd finish up, then be like, let's shoot some hoops or something.
Yeah.
You know, we can play Xbox.
Have a catch.
Yeah, have a catch, dude. I would love to have a catch with Ryan Reynolds.
That would be so awesome.
That'd be so awesome.
I'll come over after and we can just have a catch.
See, that's not how Ryan Reynolds rolls, though. You gotta
bang him first.
pay the toll if you want to have the catch. And the toll is banging him.
I heard Blake Lively has a wicked spiral when she's having a catch.
She got a good right arm?
Yeah.
Well,
This could change.
that is now
that's your deciding factor.
Number 5.
Yeah.
I'll just before like they'd both be there and they'd be like, Kyle, who are you gonna bang? We were waiting all day to find out.
Wasn't she in the box with Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl?
She was.
There you go.
Yeah. So she's a sports enthusiast.
Maybe that's where the question came
Lana
from.
Del Rey was there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift.
And T
And
Swift.
T Swizzle was there.
too.
Do you think Lana Del Rey really likes Taylor Swift, or she's just like, all right?
She's just trying to boost her image a little bit.
I don't know.
She's just inching into every camera shot, like,
Trying
me.
to get in the Illuminati somehow.
yeah, right?
Taylor Swift's a good way to do it.
Mm-hmm. Get on that private jet, go straight to Illuminativille.
So Denver Airport.
Denver
DIA.
Airport, yes.
Yeah.
It does stop in DIA.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. As soon as you get through.
Illuminati really clogging it up. So, in short, I guess I would bang Blake Lively if she has a decent right arm, and she does have a vagina, which is a decent selling point.
Yeah, those are all good answers, guys, and I appreciate you playing.
Yes. Thank you
Yeah, no
for bringing that
problem.
wisdom to the podcast.
I just
Matthew.
asked the questions. And even if you make the wrong choice,
Still kind of
just
cool.
give it some time. Yeah.
just wait.
Just give it some time.
Yeah.
Give it some time. You still be a friend of the show. Right, cool. I think that's a good time to wrap up, boys. Thanks for coming out. You guys
Thanks,
are
guys.
the fucking best.
Happy full moon.
Thank
Happy
you for
full
having us.
moon. Full
It was
moon.
a wild one last night.
That's so stupid. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Check out steamboatcomedy.com. When's our next show? Is the 15th and 16th with Mike Stanley.
Yep.
Great guy, friend of the show. So we'll see you then. Peace out.
Bye. Love you.
Rain or shine, it's here to make you laugh. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast. It's the Steamboat Comedy Podcast.